Ever since its announcement in 2009, The Last Guardian has been a question on many people's minds about whether we'll actually get the third game from Fumito Ueda that qualifies as art. The Last Guardian fulfills its goal as being a work of art, but unfortunately it does come with some issues. The game opens up by thrusting you into a strange world filled with mystery. Like previous Ueda games, Echo and Shadow of the Colossus, the game focuses on isolation and companionship. The story is mostly symbolic and is something that is best left up to interpretation. While there is no obvious story from the start, it soon becomes clear that the core of The Last Guardian is based on the connection between the nameless boy and Trico, a kind of dog-bird hybrid creature. Things start off with the two being quite wary of each other, but it isn't long before the boy and Trico are helping each other with various obstacles in their respective paths. The Last Guardian is a puzzle game at heart. It's all about making progress, whether it's finding food for Trico or opening up a path so that you are united with him, it all helps in moving forward. There are also enemies in the game and defeating them requires Trico, since on your own you're pretty defenseless against them. Navigating around the many ruins and areas with Trico is a charming affair. Trico is like a pet of sorts, and just like a pet he has a mind of his own and he won't shy away from following his instincts. Admittedly, it can be quite entertaining to watch him as he explores the nearby environment. This is especially true in some of the more open areas. His behavior is so authentic at times that it's sometimes easy to forget that this is AI at work. Yeah, it's that good. Unfortunately, because this behavior is so realistic, it can also lead to some frustrating moments. As the unnamed boy, you are not in direct control of Trico. However, you are able to kind of guide him in the right direction with different gestures. You can point him in different directions, suggest that he jump over a gap, or ask him to sit so that you can climb onto his back a little easier. The fact that you don't have direct control of him is enjoyable, as it is interesting to reach a new area and see just what Trico can jump on or duck under. The problem comes into play when Trico doesn't listen to your commands. There are times when you might enter an area, figure out how to solve the puzzle there, but Trico just won't cooperate. He could be walking in the wrong direction, standing in the wrong spot for the jump. It makes sense that because he's meant to be a real creature, getting him to follow commands can be quite challenging. But once it happens a few times in a sitting, it does start to test your patience a little. Platforming can also present some issues when playing as just the boy. A lot of the time you'll think that you'll have a jump lined up perfectly, but it's as if you shift as you jump, causing you to plummet to your death. The controls can also be problematic when climbing onto Trico. Just like in Shadow of the Colossus, the boy is able to climb all over Trico's body. It's great to see this feature in the game, but it's not without a downside. Many a time you'll either be climbing in the wrong direction or getting stuck under Trico's armpit thanks to the camera not working in your favor. The environments in The Last Guardian are incredible. This is especially true for the outdoor areas. The use of color, lighting and the ruins make the game a pleasure to look at. So much so that it's likely to leave many players in awe at its beauty. At the same time, this art style feels very much like Echo and Shadow of the Colossus, Fumito Ueda's previous titles. This, combined with the soundtrack and incredible set pieces throughout, will make for quite a few memorable moments in the game. This is true even for some of the little things like watching Trico's feathers ruffle in the wind. The camera issues in The Last Guardian become increasingly obvious when inside the ruins, simply because it can be such a chore to maneuver the camera to a suitable position. With Trico being such a large beast, it can be quite tricky to not have any fights with the camera during the game. The Last Guardian definitely has some high points, but at the same time it also has some low points which detracts from the experience. However, it should be noted that its memorable moments, visual style and charming bond between the boy and Trico kept me coming back. These factors encouraged me to forgive some of the issues found in the game in order to experience more of what it had to offer. If you enjoyed this and you would like to see more, please leave a like on the video only if you see fit, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for watching, see you next time.